One topic that's often up for debate in the gun community is open carry. There is no unified opinion on open carry. There are some people that just don't like it, period. They don't believe in it at all. Well, they actually believe in it. They know it exists, but they don't think it's a tactical practice. They just don't think it's something anyone should do. They think it makes you a target. And there's other people that think it's a deterrent. They think it's a great idea. They think it stops crime more than it makes you a target. And then there's people in the middle that just don't really know one way or the other. But one thing a lot of people disagree on is the way some activists go about promoting open carry. A lot of people don't think you should be using private property for demonstrations. They don't think you should be carrying long guns into grocery stores, etc. They don't think you should be antagonizing police officers. They don't think you should be causing conflict. They think you should be trying to bring people together and educate people. Now, whether you believe in open carry or whether you disagree with the activists, etc., one thing I think we can all agree on is there are some people out there that are going about it in a way that isn't quite so confrontational. Now, I don't care if you're pro-open carry or anti-open carry or whatever. I just don't think you can have a problem with the way these people are going about trying to forge a relationship with law enforcement as far as open carry is concerned. Now, I had a chance this weekend in Vancouver to go to an open carry picnic. This picnic was sponsored by one of our local open carry organizations in conjunction with one of our local candidates for sheriff who donated some materials to have the picnic. Now, I went to this picnic to get a little footage. Now, one thing I did learn while I was out there filming this is that when you're in the field filming, it helps to turn your microphone on if you want to get good sound on your video, which that's kind of remarkably like the way you have to do it when you're in a studio. You still have to turn your microphone on there too. You think I'd put those two things together, but I didn't. So I've got a lot of video, but no audio, so I'm just going to try to paraphrase everything that happened for you there that day. While I was there, I got to speak to a gentleman that was in charge, the guy that organized it all. His name was Rick Halley, and he told me a lot about what they were trying to do. I wish I still had the audio, but I don't, so I'm going to have to, like I said, paraphrase for him here. He basically said they wanted to form a good relationship with law enforcement. They wanted to educate law enforcement, not just the cop on the street, but the dispatchers as well. They wanted to start making law enforcement more aware of what is right, what is wrong, what is suspicious and what isn't. Because if dispatchers were more aware of what is okay and what isn't, there'd be a lot of times where police didn't even roll. For instance, if someone was at Home Depot and they call 911, they're like, oh my God, I'm at Home Depot and someone's got a gun. Now, if the dispatcher, as they so often do, didn't just flip out and go, oh my God, a gun, and start rolling units, we would be able to avoid a lot of the conflicts we have. If that dispatcher would say, well, how are they behaving? Is their gun in a holster? Is it a handgun, long gun? Are they touching the gun? Is the gun in their hand? Are they shopping? Are they pacing back and forth in front of the store? Do they have a long gun? Etc. If they would just ask these questions to try to determine if this person is an actual threat or just an ordinary, everyday open carrier going about his business, we'd avoid a lot of problems. And that's kind of the goal of this organization, to foster a good relationship with law enforcement and to create an environment where people can open carry safely as long as they're not being a threat to anyone. Now, I went to this picnic, and one thing that struck me is it was men, it was women, and it was children. It was a family picnic, and it was right on the grounds of the police department. And these people were open carrying. There was no problems whatsoever. People weren't dragging their guns out of their holster and acting irresponsibly. People were just milling around, having a good time, interacting, being social, and being, ordinary citizens that just happened to have a gun on their hip. Now, I got there a little bit early, so I didn't get to enjoy most of the crowd, but I did get to stay for a little while. I got to talk to a lot of people, and it was a very positive experience, a very positive atmosphere. And like I said, it was right on the grounds of the police department. Some law enforcement came out, spoke to us, interacted with us. Not as much as I would like to have seen while I was there, but a few did. Now, I do hear that some people that drove by called the police department and tried to get it stopped, but the police department was like, they're well within their rights. They're not doing anything wrong, so leave them alone. So I just basically wanted to make this video really quickly to say, I went to this picnic. I think it's a great idea. Now, whether you support open carry or don't support open carry, I think we can all agree that we should live in a country where open carry is acceptable if you choose to do it. And I think organizations like this one, they're doing the right thing. They're actually trying to foster relationships, not trying to cause problems. So if in your area you get a chance to be involved in something like this, even if you don't believe in open carry for yourself, maybe you might think for a second about getting involved. Because even if you don't want to open carry, I think we can all agree, like I said, that we'd like to live in a place where it's okay if we choose to. You ain't even my real dad.